Young. Today that we will be going over our personal fitness 1 and 2 course. In this course we will be going through Unit 3, which is creating a fitness plan. I'm very excited about bringing this plan to you because I feel like this is an opportunity for students to learn information on the next level at an early age that they will be able to decipher how they can benefit others in their communities and also benefit the world in the areas of fitness and exercise. The purpose of this lesson is to provide students with a simulated training environment to create a performance-based fitness training program that will be effective and safe for them and their clients. Pretty much whenever students are learning going through this program, we're going to create a learning environment that will allow them to engage deeply with the fitness plans and how to understand how to create one so that they can be able to learn how to do this and be able to present it to their clients and see the cause and effects of a performance-based fitness plan. Some objectives that we're going through in this lesson. By the end of this lesson, the student will be able to conduct a preliminary performance-based evaluation and health assessment for their clients. This is pretty much as a person comes straight to them, they'll be able to decipher what information is needed from their client as far as from the health assessment, any previous health issues, any current conditions, any prior surgeries, those things. They will learn all these questions that they would need to ask in order to be able to give a fair assessment going into creating the fitness plan that will help assess the needs of their client. Also, as well, students will be able to observe target areas to determine the focus of exercises. This goes right along with the preliminary evaluation. It allows students to be able to see those target areas that are injured or may need improvement, whether it's skill-based or skill or performance-based or health-wise that needs strengthening areas, and they'll be able to target those to be able to give a great rapport with their clients by improving those needs that they have. Another objective for this lesson will be to create a safe and effective 8-week performance course and workout plan. So what this will be is that we'll be gauging an 8-week performance-based plan, and that will allow students to be able to see how it affects the body over 8 weeks. If there's anything that they like that is helping their client, and if there's anything that they do not like that is not helping their client in growing and being beneficial to their needs. As well, we also chart the progression of the fitness plan for the client. So this is being able to create a chart that would allow them to see the progressions, any digressions in the plan, being able to see if there's anything that they're doing right and what areas they can change so that the client can get the best results as possible. All right, so some key terms that we'll be going over in this lesson. We're going to navigate these key terms because they will allow the student to be able to understand what target words they'll be seeing on a regular basis, be able to help them understand more how they're going to create their lesson plan. A few key terms are preliminary evaluation, fitness assessment, performance-based training, resistance training, muscular strength, body composition, liability, flexibility, endurance, stamina, and health assessment. The first key term is preliminary evaluation, which is an evaluation of property to define all areas that are highly suggestive of contamination and delineate of the extent of contamination. So pretty much in sum it up, the preliminary evaluation is the initial part that shows you exactly what is going on to be able to see what areas you can improve for your client whenever you're trying to create a performance-based fitness plan. Now, in this, the next term is fitness assessment, which is conducted by an exercise professional to help gauge and then determine what proper workout program will be needed to achieve a client's fitness goals. So a lot of times clients will come into either a gym or they'll come into whatever fitness establishment, speak with the head person who's over the fitness program, whether that's the trainer or if that's a fitness consultant, they will sit down with this individual, or even if you go to a physical therapist, they'll sit down with these individuals to be able to go over what they have done previously, their activity level. They'll go over as well what opportunities they have to grow, what their goals are in the future that they want to obtain in a certain week span or month span, however the tenure is for the workout that they're trying to get to. And then the fitness consultant will go over a basic evaluation sheet that will show them exactly what it is that they need and what exactly they need to be able to do in order to be able to get to that point. And then they will cater based on that fitness assessment, if there's any prior issues, health concerns, how to be able to do certain exercises that will be beneficial for their client. Performance-based training is another key term in which it focuses on specific outcomes and then sets expectations, provides feedback, introduces tools, rewards skill development, teaches new skills and knowledge, and is all aimed at supporting behavior that produces the desired outcome. So we use performance-based training a lot of times for athletes, as well as we do use it as well for individuals who are trying to gain a level of fitness where there is maybe weight loss, or if they want to look at a certain physique or body composition, or if they want to gain a particular knowledge and a skill and be able to harness that and be able to perform that on an effective level. This is where performance-based training come in handy, because it allows them to be able to learn through this. And then there's also a trial and error where you can see an evaluation time. Is this working for this person? Are they gaining that knowledge? If not, then we need to try something different, and then you make changes such and so. The next key term is resistance training, which is a form of exercise that improves muscular strength and endurance. So a lot of times trainers will, or if you're creating a fitness plan, you will add resistance training, because what that does is it pushes the body against a threshold. It creates resistance in the muscles, whether it's a resistance band, weight, or even body weight itself, or if you're using metal weights or dumbbells or barbells. It allows the individual to be able to go against resistance to create a higher threshold for strength that they'll be able to gain once they have done the same exercise in a number of cycles. Muscular strength is another key term, and it's the maximum amount of force that a muscle can exert against some form of resistance in a single effort. So this is basically saying that your muscle strength is how much I can force, either as pushing or pulling towards or from the body, that would allow me to be able to exert that energy. So it's gauged based on how much. So that's how we can tell how much someone can lift, how much somebody can push against or pull towards themselves, to gauge their level of strength. Body composition is the proportion. Another key term is body composition, and it is the portion of fat and non-fat mass in the body. A lot of time, body compositions are done to be able to see as another way to evaluate if there are progressions, or if there are things that need to be changed in the workout plan because of the body composition. It'll either change and you'll see more lean mass, or it will grow and you will see that certain things are gaining in certain areas, whether it's muscular composition, or you will see digression if there's more fat cells and more fatty areas. And then you will need to know what you need to change. And then also, body composition allows you to understand what type of workouts you need to create for the individual, so that they can understand how they can be able to grow. Because certain individuals' bodies, they're not allowed them to do all exercises. So you have to find different ways to go around those different ailments or body compositions that do not allow certain range of motion. Liability, it's a big term. You should write this down. This is the state of being responsible for something, especially by law. So with this, liability is something that has to be taken into place, because as a fitness trainer, or as the person that is writing the fitness plan, you are responsible for the results that the individual does, to a certain extent. Not saying that you are responsible in the sense of if they don't come or do the complete the fitness plan completely. But you are responsible if this person gets injured in the workout, get injured in exercise, you're not properly spotting them or observing them as they complete each exercise. And if there's an injury that occurs in that time, you are liable. So it's important that you make all workouts and exercises safe and effective for your client. Another key term is flexibility, which is the quality of bending easily without breaking. This is very important because the flexibility also goes into the range of motion, which is how far you can stretch, how far you can move a certain body part in each direction. And your flexibility, as you increase that, you will see more growth in your strength and your muscular strength when you're trying to do certain exercises, and it also alleviates from injuries, cramps, different things that hinder the body from growing and producing in a positive manner. Endurance is the fact or power of enduring an unpleasant or difficult process or situation without giving away. So this is basically for the body's sake. That's the term, the normal definition, but for the body's sake, endurance is basically how long you can go in a workout mentally or physically without giving out. So it has different parts of that as correct. But endurance, you definitely look at it as how long someone can go without giving, break, or stopping or becoming fatigued in that area, but they're able to continue to go in a consistent manner. Stamina is also as well as the ability to sustain prolonged physical or mental effort, and this is stamina. Now, stamina goes along with endurance a lot of times because your stamina will allow you mentally and physically to continue going during the process of what is defined as your full endurance. So if you look at the table, endurance will be the big portion, and then your stamina will be within the bigger portion. And then lastly, we have health assessment. Health assessment is an evaluation of health status performing a physical exam after taking a health history. So this goes in the beginning, like I said, whenever you are doing health assessments, when you're doing a preliminary evaluation, the health assessment will be a part of that because it will allow you to evaluate any previous health histories, different things that the individual has went through, so you can know what to do to reduce injury and what will cause injury so that you can be able to design an effective workout plan for your client or individual that you're working with. Now, some target areas for your assessment. We're going over this now. Your target areas are basically areas that you want to improve for the individual, and you will get this from your health assessment, also your fitness assessment, which will allow, and also from the individual themselves that will tell you exactly what they want to improve. And then there's other things that you can see that you can suggest that, hey, this will be an area of improvement for you. These target areas are muscular strength, endurance, flexibility, body composition, balance, and also preliminary skill performance. And a lot of these things, like your muscular strength, like we went over before with the key terms, that's going to allow them to grow and become stronger after the workout is complete and the plan. Your endurance is going to allow them to be able to build a longer term to be able to work out, which will increase also their stamina to be able to go for a significant amount of time without mentally breaking or physically breaking. As well, the flexibility be increased because now they have a longer or wider range of motion where they can flex and be able to move without injuring their cells or joints or any type of ligaments. And also it will improve their performance because now they'll be able to have less injury and go full exertion of energy. As well as their body composition should increase in better results of this. And their balance, being able to take care of themselves as far as standing on one leg, standing without falling, standing without being dizzy, those things, working on the balance will also increase. And then the preliminary skill of performance, if they're an athlete or if they do any type of sport or they're doing type of physical activity, if they did something in a certain way, this should also increase after creating the lesson plan, the workout plan. All right, so we have some examples of what a fitness assessment form looks like. I'll make sure everyone gets that. as well as we also have an example of what an exercise plan looks like. So those are different things that we would do to be able to chart individuals on their growth. Now, as we step back, we now look at this whole lesson plan. I thank you for being a part of the lesson plan. Now what I would do is show you, as far as if you're doing this lesson plan for a class, how can I create this lesson plan that it will be able to be effective for my class. So as an administrator looking in, if I came to someone who was doing this class and I wanted to know how did it look effective to the class, did you get the desired results for you wanted from your students? Were there any behavior issues? Were there anything that the students didn't understand? How would this be effective? What kind of desired behaviors would you want in your behavior resources? A list of desired behaviors that you would aim to accomplish doing this lesson plan if you were putting this out to your class. You want everyone to be attentive. That's number one. As well, you want a lot of questions, because the more questions you have from your students, that means they are engaged into the lesson plan. With that as well, you will want others to be respectful to all their classmates. So being respectful of others is very big, because now the students are able to give each other a chance to be able to speak so they can hear, but they're very inquisitive, which shows that they are engaged, they want to learn, they want to experience this. So what ways can I create an interactive and engaged lesson plan? And then also you want to provide feedback to them. So doing the trial and error portions, if they're doing these lesson plans and they're working together, they're doing lesson plans for their classmates, you will want to be able to step back and see what type of feedback are they giving each other? Are they engaged? Are they fully concentrating and focused on what they're doing? Are they talking to their neighbor about the project or about their work? Or are they engaging in sidebar conversations? Are they fully mentally capable of handling this type of lesson? If it's too much, then it would need to be adjusted to a more simplified version. So this is something that these are things that you want to look at behavioral wise as you're stepping back and observing after you have presented your lesson and you called now for time for group activity. Now, ways that you can achieve these desired behaviors, I kind of went over a little bit of them during this lesson, is number one is to create an interactive lesson for students that ignites class participation. So if you have a classroom full of individuals that are trying to learn, but you may have 2 or 3 that are not trying to learn this, a way to do this is to get those 2 or 3 individuals closer to you to be able to now create some fun about it, okay? So you want to bring those 2, 3 individuals to you along with 2 other individuals who are engaged. And then what you want to do is you want to create a friendly competition. So if they can name certain body parts, then they can get a prize. If they can do different things as far as tell you the exercise that goes along with that body part, they will win a prize or maybe even a pass. They might be the first ones to leave class early. Different things, different incentives that you want to put in so that the ones that are not engaged in this classroom, this class lesson, can be effectively engaged. You can bring them back in so that they can be able to find value in what you're teaching them. And then you also can use it to relate to things that they go in daily life. If it's an athlete, if it's a non-athlete, if it's individuals, everyone in this generation understands body image. So if you're teaching them things, correlate and try to relate things to what they're seeing on a daily basis with their bodies. Teach them how to be able to build the body composition and let them know that these are things they're going to use for the rest of their life. If they don't want to look older but younger, or they want to look young but older. And that's based on how you look from a physical appearance of your body composition and being able to be healthy and choose healthy lifestyle habits. As well as another thing you can do to achieve these desired behaviors during a lesson plan is to create classroom rules that require respect for the classroom, other students, and the teacher. So the things that you want to do is make sure that these students understand that they have to be respectful. Setting those classroom rules up will allow them to be able to understand that these are things that are not going to be tolerated. Cutting individuals off when they're talking when the teacher is talking when individuals are presenting, having sidebar conversations that are not correlated with the lesson plan at an undesired time. Those things would need to be addressed and adjusted so that you can be able to have an effective lesson plan being presented. So these are things that you definitely want to do when you're will help them in a positive way. So this concludes the portion that is as far as the behavior resource list that you'll be able to use to be able to achieve the desired behaviors that you want for your class, and it will allow them to be able to respond to you better and create more engagement for your classroom. I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.